Hello, good evening and welcome to another exciting episode of the Love Life Show. We are streaming live on YouTube, Streamhouse TV, and on Facebook we are Streamhouse GH. Today we are tackling a very important topic. Remember to subscribe, like us, and share with your friends out there. Let's take a quick commercial break, and when we come back, we are going to eat the main dish.
Do you easily catch a cold and then you find love? Do you have worries about whether you would ever find that special love you deserve and you see? Have you challenges of any sort about love and relationship matters? Join your love and relationship experts and myself, the Love Doctor, as we sit round the table of love to dissect the nitties and gritties of love. Right here, be it the good, the bad, and the ugly, live this and every Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. on Streamhouse TV, YouTube, and on Streamhouse GH, Facebook. The Love Life Show with DELALORM. It is what it is, and it is purely love.
Human beings are like a rainbow of many colors, each unique in a way that reflects light. Beautiful works of art neatly arranged to color the sky together. It's a masterpiece. We are bringing you different shades of artists who are leaving their footprints in the sands of time, creating hope with their paint brushes, inciting peace with their melodies, and transforming hearts with their words. Let us get to know them, the inspiration behind why they do what they do. So catch us live on Streamhouse TV every Friday at 5 p.m. as we discover and unveil creativity right here in Great Love. I stay tuned.
You do know your favorite sports personalities on the pitch, but how well do you know them off the pitch? We bring you their stories, their lifestyle off the pitch.
We discuss the games as and when they happen. We discuss the fun parts of the game hidden from the lens of the media that we never get to hear, and give an in-depth analysis as to how the things that happen.
We will come your way with everything sports, including the entertainment aspect of it. Expect nothing but the best of analysis from my guests on every Friday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Streamhouse GH on Facebook. Make dates with us. I am your host, Sadiq Abdul Latif.
Welcome back to the Love Life Show with me, your love doctor. I am DELALORM, and I have in the studio my two awesome guests. Trust me, I always bring in the very best. And on my extreme right, I'm going to do the introduction straight away. I am zooming quickly. I have the awesome Minaye, whom I have decided to call Minaye, just to brutalize it, okay? And so she is my lovely female guest for today, and she is a poet. She is an eloquent one, for that matter. And with me also, to help Minaye and myself, on my extreme right is the pastor, Paul Kwesi Obuadom. But the name is too heavy, I can't even mention it. Pastor Obuadom, okay. So PK, Pastor PK for sure, I love that. PK Obuadom. So Pastor PK Obuadom is a playwright, he's a novelist, he is a pastor of a church, and he is helping us this evening do justice to catching my Mr. Mrs. Right, maintaining till death do us part. This is the one of this top subject, and so we're going to zoom directly, engaging my guests, and because I know they know best, they're going to help us understand. The love doctor herself is also here. Pastor, please, you're going to help us. You're going to help us with the very first question. Today, we're looking for love. Wonderful. We're looking for love. We are desperately looking for love. I hope someone is ready out there looking for love as I am. And so, Pastor, kindly help me. What do I look out for in a serious life partner? I mean, if I am setting out to look for somebody I really want to be involved with, what are the things to look out for?
Well, thank you very much, and
thank you.
And I believe this show helps everybody who is searching, and not only those who are searching, but those who are also married. There are 1,001 things somebody can look out for, but I think you cannot satisfy all of them.
Definitely.
From where I'm coming from, I think if anybody is looking for a marriage partner, there's something I call the fate of a person. The fate of a person. If you are a Christian, whom do you desire to marry? If you are a Muslim out there, whom do you desire to marry? If you are a traditional person, whom do you desire to marry? Because the fate of your partner is key, can make or make the marriage. So when you read the Bible in the book of Ruth, Bible says that when Naomi was returning to her home, she came with a particular woman called Ruth, and Ruth said, where you go, there I'll go, and where you lodge, there I'll lodge. He says, entreat me not to leave you. Your people shall be my people, and your God shall be my God. In that statement, he says, your God. This is the part which has been captured in most marriage ceremonies when we recite them. Your God shall be my God. Is the man ready to accept your God? Is the woman ready to accept your God? In most times, we don't really phantom or get to think about these things. We are interested in the woman is beautiful and wonderful, the man is working, he has money.
The curves.
Till we get there.
Yeah.
Till we get there. But you now understand that when children comes in, who is taking the children to church? Or are the children being taken to mosque? So if you don't understand these things, you are going to run yourself into big trouble.
Okay.
But then also, she said, your people. Many people, you may meet somebody, the person is well educated and is a good suitor for you. However, is she ready to accept your people? And is he ready to accept your people? If I'm an Ashanti or I'm a Ga or an Ewe, and I meet somebody who is a Fanti, even though I love the woman, am I ready to accept her people as my people? So basically, these are the two in order to allow my...
I told you, when it comes to my aspects, they know the subject matter. And we going to... Pastor mentioned something very important. He said the faith of the partner you are looking for is very important. You are a Muslim and you want to cling to a Christian. How does it, how is it going to work? Where do the children go to? And so please, it is one of the things. I'm going to go with the same question to my wonderful Menaye. Menaye is a poet, and trust me, she's going to do justice. Menaye, we're looking for a serious partner, please.
Yeah, thank you. I'm actually honored to be here.
Yeah.
Right now. There are a lot of things people look out for. Okay. And I think that one of the important things you have to look out for is the purpose, your purpose as a person. And then how it fits into the purpose of the other person.
Okay.
Because in as much as there is faith and there are other things we have to consider, we are here on earth for a purpose, a particular mission. So if, let's say I'm a poet and I want to do poetry all the time, I want to go to, and then with my kind of poetry, I always want to have that Africanism attached to it. So somebody will be like, well, all these things, like you're looking too fetish, like I don't know, like probably you're supposed to be a Christian, but why are you adding these things to it? So the person has to understand your purpose. Okay, I'm a Christian, all right, but then I'm also into African emancipation. So that's what I want to preach. So the other person, does he understand you? If you are a man too, and you are probably a king, those things, and then the woman will be like, I want, and I'm a funny man, I want a man to be like this, and then she may like you and all of that, but if that aspect, there is no cooperation, and one other thing is, aside the purpose, is like the understanding, like the two of you willing to understand each other, and then accept your differences, because I know that a Muslim can marry a Christian. I believe that once the two of you decide to understand, okay, this is your difference, this is your difference. There are other things that meet, that we are all okay with. But for this one, we can't do anything about it because nobody is willing to leave their faith. Okay, so can we understand that we do it that way? If that happens, then both of you are cool. So you have to look out for the faith and the purpose and then the understanding too.
I see.
And also family.
Oh, okay.
It's similar to what Pastor said. So your people be my people. Let's say you are coming from Volta region, coming from Ashanti region. Somebody's coming from the northern region. How is your family going to accept their family? And then, you know, this tribalism thing, it is still there. Some people still believe in it. So if you believe in that thing and then you don't want issues with yourself, your family, then you have to also take a look at that one before you decide. And when it comes to this decision, I feel this whole funny feeling that, oh, like me penno, I like the guy, we have the vibe. I think that is not important like that much.
Really?
Yeah, it is
not
important.
really.
But if you have the vibe, will you choose the vibe over, let's say, the person not accepting your faith or your purpose? Will you choose that over? Because actually, peace of mind is different. What we need might not be what we think we're looking for. So it's a lot of things.
A deep one there, trust me. And that reminds me, the last time no be can say, now then asantini kware ebia fantini anase egbenia. Yes, say yempe na, you know, the families are raising questions and all that. That's what the bro never fear dia yen country. Me pacho, me jaimao. Leave your comments right under the comment box. And please, I'm going to Pastor, please. Now I know I have come of age. Me hunu say afi de minya obi ka me ho amepe. Obi te ho ono so hu say bia onya obi ka ne ho a ope. Then na menye, what are the things for me to do to be considered? Obi hunu say abaye afi de na dwene abafie. Why you ready so person will worry? And as to why you ready say or person will be kind of please, so boy make a crack also for me so better me because he is a married man to one more me.
Thank you, I hear for that.
Yeah.
What is to look for people to know whether you are marriage material or not.
Speak louder.
Whether you are ready to be married. And I think I'm going to go for the men and maybe my sister will touch the women for us. Yes. As a man, my spiritual father once used to say, you mentioned age. Age is not a factor if you want to marry.
Really? Also for Mpacho Pose. Also for Mpacho Pose. Now when you say you're treating sugar daddies in the sugar mommies, right? Also if I shall continue.
Age is not a factor.
Really?
You can be as old as 40 years, 50 years, but your age doesn't mean you're ready. Your maturity to enter into marriage is what matters. And as I was telling you, you can be as old as Methuselah. If you are not matured in what sense? As a man, are you ready to assume the role and the responsibilities of a man? So how would you be able to fulfill your responsibilities as a married person or man? Are you working? The fact that you get the age of 25 and you get muscles and you are moving up and down does not mean you should hand somebody to. Are you gainfully employed? So the first to get yourself self-checked is that I am working. When we read the Bible says that, and the Lord God planted a garden in the east of Eden, and he placed Adam in it, and he said, till the land.
Yeah.
Then after that, he says it's not good that the man should be alone. So work comes, and then a woman comes. When Jacob ran away and he got to his uncle Laban, he saw a beautiful woman, like the two of you sitting here.
Yeah.
And the guy was in love. But he realized that just what he feels alone is not going to allow the uncle to hand over the beautiful daughter to him. So he says, I'm going to serve for her for 7 years.
I see.
He was securing his work. So as a man, if you are watching me and you have seen a wonderful woman, at least there's something that would attract you. because something attracts all of us. But then you have to ask yourself, am I ready? Another example I can give is when Joseph came from prison and he met Potiphar, he met Pharaoh, and he interpreted the dreams and all that. Bible says that Pharaoh promoted him to become the prime minister of Egypt. Then after that, he said, this young man, he has gotten a job.
Yeah.
He needs a wife.
He needs a wife.
So he gives the high priest daughter to him because he knows that now, if he marries, he can take care of the woman.
I see.
But in our time, many young people.
Okay, so the software said, don't misplace your priorities. Maybe one ban sana two but and for two maybe one and I know you're 21 patch and it doesn't work like that. So kindly do the necessary first before you come to the next matter. Please, to my awesome Minaye, I love your smile. Just keep smiling for me. Okay, so as a woman, what do I, or how do I position myself? You know, I want to advertise myself. How do I advertise myself? That I'm ready for me. Please, how do we do that?
Okay. For me, I think marriage, we may plan, but sometimes the decision does not solely lie with you, the woman, alone. The readiness of the man is equally important. So, I would. Some people have the purpose, like the mission that okay, at this stage I have to marry. At this, like they have the mind tuned to it already, so they start to act in that way. I think we shouldn't. The first thing to marry is not to be so eager about it, because if you don't take care, you end up with the wrong person. Yeah. So you have to be okay. You have to be
relaxed.
You have to be you as a woman.
Yeah.
So whatever you want to do, let's say you are doing this, you are pursuing something, you are working, you are schooling. You have to be doing something that you are happy about, something that you are good with. That you wouldn't have to rely on the man 100% for everything that you do. Because I was having a conversation with one of my colleagues about attention, the way women, they like attention. And they were like, it's because you have nothing doing.
I see.
So with the Garden of Eden story, they say the apple situation.
The apple situation. I love that. I told you.
Like Eve had nothing to do.
Yeah.
That is why the serpent
busy.
was able to convince, or I don't know how to say it. So if at least she was doing something.
Yeah, it would have.
Your
She would have
hands are
been
not idle. You
occupied.
have something. Yes, you are occupied.
Oh,
with
okay.
something. So all the unnecessary things will be cut off, if not all, at least most of them. So I think you should also be equally working. If not working to earn like so much money, but then working on something. Like we all have dreams, we all have purpose. If it's learning how to be a good woman, a good mother, whatever, you should be pursuing it, along the line. And then when the person sees you for who you are, not something you have pretended to be because you want to get settled. Then you act like you go to church regularly, you dress in a particular way.
But that is not you.
That is not you. Because the feelings surely die down. At a point, all the butterflies are gone. So this is the real you.
Hey, Charlie.
So
at some point, the butterflies will be off.
Yes. So you have to be you. That's why I said you don't have to let the funny feeling be before you. Because as women, I feel too much. I know myself. I feel too much.
Yeah.
So sometimes you have to be decisive. How am I going to help this person as well?
Yeah.
Your purpose. How your life can be a complement, because you're supposed to be the helper of a man.
Sure.
How are you going to help him build that dream family that you want?
Okay.
It's not about you waiting, car or this or house, then you go and sit in.
Yes.
That's all. Like that is not what life is all about.
You should be
there should
doing
be something more.
Yeah.
Yes. So as a woman, you should be looking up for these things.
Wow. Wow. You are a compliment. Always remember you are the helper of the man. And the apple situation, I'll talk after the show. I'm going to dive into that with her. Please remember to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Share, kindly like us also, and share. If you have any comments, you can leave it in the comment box for us, and we'll attend to you duly. We move into the next question, and Pastor, I'm back to you again. Please, Now we've managed to know what to do, what not to do, and we've gotten the man. He's playing around us. We're trying to be serious with him. How do I know that he has good plans for me? Because sometimes people come and they just want a casual relationship. We don't want casual relationships. So how do we know that this person really wants a lifelong journey with me?
So it's grab for keep.
Grab for keep, thank you. So remember again, the theme of the discussion today, or the topic for discussion today, is catching my Mr. or Miss Right. Maintaining, you don't just catch and you throw away. We catch and we maintain till death do us part. And this is the part 1 of it. God willing, next week we're bringing you the part 2 of it. Stay tuned. We're taking a quick commercial break. When we come back, Pastor PK is going to do justice to the topic. Thank you.
Do you easily catch a cold and then you find love? Do you have worries about whether you would ever find that special love you deserve and you see? Have you challenges of any sort about love and relationship matters? Join your love and relationship experts and myself, the Love Doctor, as we sit round the table of love to dissect the nitties and gritties of love. Right here, be it the good, the bad, and the ugly, live this and every Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. on Streamhouse TV, YouTube, and on Streamhouse GH, Facebook. The Love Life Show with DELALORM. It is what it is, and it is purely love.
The world is on a siege. Economies and businesses are on the verge of collapse. Even churches are on break throughout the nations, countries, and cities. But there is still hope for your business and church. Streamhouse is giving a special package for pastors, businesses, and churches. Yes, come to our studios and a click. Get hooked again to your customers or congregation, and even other people that knew you not or did not know what you do. For Trust and Talking, will stream up to 10 people of your church to your own Facebook and YouTube page. Do not let your church break down by the time this coronavirus will be over. Long live Ghana, long live Streamhouse, and long live your business.
Beautiful works of art neatly arranged to color the sky together. It's a masterpiece. We are bringing you different shades of artists who are leaving their footprints in the sands of time, creating hope with their paint brushes, inciting peace with their melodies, and transforming hearts with their words. Let us get to know them, the inspiration behind why they do what they do. So catch us live on Streamhouse TV every Friday at 5 p.m. as we discover and unveil creativity right here in Great Love. I will stay tuned.
You do know your favorite sports personalities on the pitch, but how well do you know them off the pitch? We bring you their stories, their lifestyle off the pitch.
We discuss the games as and when they happen. We discuss the fun parts of the game hidden from the lens of the media that we never get to hear, and give an in-depth analysis as to how the things that happen.
We will come your way with everything sports, including the entertainment aspect of it. Expect nothing but the best of analysis from my guests on every Friday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Streamhouse GH on Facebook. Make date with us. I am your host, Sadiq Abdul Latif.
Okay, welcome back to the Love Live Show. Remember, we are live on YouTube at Streamhouse TV and on Facebook, we are Streamhouse GH. This is the Love Live Show, and I am your Love Doctor. Remember, I am DELALORM. Kindly like us, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to us, share, and like us again. Pastor, yes. Before we went for that quick commercial break, there was a question on the floor. Please, how do I detect this man has a good plan for me? a plan to prosper me, not to disappoint me.
Right.
Thank you.
How do I also detect
Uh-huh.
whether you have good plans for me?
Yes, so that is
I
what.
like to do.
Yeah.
It's good.
Yeah.
But I think some things are basic.
Okay.
You should be able to know. You know, there's a feeling you get about somebody. Sometimes the signs are there, they are showing, but they say love is blind, but I think love shouldn't be blind. Love shouldn't be blind. When you meet somebody and you are going out with a person, I don't think a relationship should go on for 2 years, 3 years before you go to the altar. Yes, because God has prepared a man for you and God has prepared a man for me. And we can, when we are ready to marry, when you meet the person, you would know. But back to your question, whenever you would ask or you talk about marriage, what is the person's reaction? Anyone who is ready to settle down with you, sometimes even think about the future, the number of children we want to have, the plans, we want to build this house. If a man is not interested in you, anytime you bring the subject of marriage, he puts it, he brushes it off. So these are some of the things you can really actually look at. Is he ready to come and visit you, or is he ready to be introduced to your parents? Is he ready to let your close friends know that you are going out together? These are not, I mean, as in big things, but they speak a lot. If you are interested in me, then you shouldn't be worried. If I introduce you to a friend that is the lady I'm going out with, and you shouldn't be worried if I'm also introducing the person. I have an experience, I think last 3 days. It was raining, and I had to take shade at one particular spot. Then 2 young men came with 2 wonderful women, and they sat down, they chat, they were talking and everything. Then the lady picked a phone and leaned beside the guy, wanted to take a picture. And the guy covered the face.
Oh, you see, oh.
The guy covered the face, and the lady said, "Oh, I want to take a picture." The guy said, "Me, has been taking a picture though."
What the guy? Charlie,
the lady did everything,
Hey,
but the guy would not
and
allow.
go for to be trying through. I'm
telling you. So as I was sitting there, I said, "This lady is being fooled around."
Yeah.
Because now we are in an era of social media. Their picture this day is on WhatsApp status, and another person is. You get it. So it is easy. He doesn't want you to visit unannounced. Unannounced. He always wants you to prompt him. I'll be coming. So he will make sure everything is in order. He will take some pictures away. He will look through the album. So as soon as you come and you knock, he's angry because he doesn't want crash. So these things are so evident. They are not big things, but I think if you really look, you will get to know whether this guy is interested in marriage or not.
I see. So please, on that note, I have another question for Pastor. Thank you for that. But then, is love a matter of heart and mind, or the brain, or just the heart? Enti ura odomwa onno odonten tema na wadwene ayebele unwa de 2x4 people have been saying it. So kindly, this is just a quick one.
Yes, I think the heart is when you talk about the heart, you are talking about spiritual things, and when you talk about the brains, you are talking about. So I mean, these are different things, but I think everybody goes into a relationship with your mind being clear. I don't think you'll be love Buddha so much that you can't think straight.
I see.
You should be able to know that this thing, you should be able to decipher between what is right and what is wrong. Well,
No,
it
not
also
entirely.
depends on your knowledge, and you should, as a person, you should read. You should read, you should explore, you should have information. You know, some people are naive. You see, if you are so naive and you don't know anything, mostly that's why I say she's my first love or he's my first love. at that point in time, you had no experience.
Yeah.
So you can't see it is blue, but you're saying it's red. So you should have more knowledge about what. Those were the times when our fathers used to arrange a relationship for us. But in our time, nobody is going to arrange Mr. A, Mr. B. When you are out there and you are schooling, you make sure that maybe by the end of the 4 years, you had to come out with good grades, but with a potential man who will marry me. And they are all hard work. You have to work towards it. If you see a man who is expressing interest in you, what do? You have to read. Because like she was saying, everybody wants somebody who is purposeful.
Yeah.
He comes around and all you are talking about is jokes. And there's nothing. So I think your brain must be there.
Yeah.
Your brain must be there.
You know what I'm talking about. Please, be watchful. Be on your guards. The last time one of the guests said this. Be on your guards. Don't let lose your guards. Okay? Your brain should be alert. Your heart, as much as your heart is involved, your brain should be working. Please, and to say, oh, brano, and then all your bejai. Well, yin and sabo be assume when him of us or bro too much. So please, I'm taking the same question. Mena, I love your views, and so please, how do I know that this man, he has good plans for me, or this woman has good plans to stay with me and be a part of my future?
Okay. I feel some of the things you will not know. Time will have to reveal. Because there are people who can pretend. There are people who will be true as they are. And sometimes you will not see. Yeah. You see the red flags, but you might think, I can manage. Before you realize it is putting you down.
Yeah.
Because this thing happens because nothing is perfect. And then you might have a list of things you want to have in a man or a woman, but then you can't meet all. So sometimes you have to, that's where the understanding comes in. Okay, this one is not very important. They say, I want a man who is like a bit taller than me, but I find the other things. Like I can put the height down and then focus on the other things. Yeah, so sometimes it's a lot of things. That's it. You have to use your intuition or your instinct. And I would say for women, don't let your feelings go before you. That is our problem. Some women don't put their emotions, like they are very objective. But most of the time, we think about the way we are feeling at a particular moment. That is why always we want the attention. He
buys you ice cream now.
Yes, the attention. We want the reassurance every time. But sometimes we don't have to act like Charlie. We want this thing, so we have to be objective about it. Is it good for me or is it not good for me? So you don't just let your feelings lead you. You have to use your brain as well. Yes. So the way and manner the person acts, if the person doesn't answer your calls or available at certain particular times, you can inquire about that. Sometimes it is work, strictly work. That's it. The same excuse. I always say that the good bird, the bad bird, they all say the same thing.
Mena, you
I'm confusing
people come
you.
and beat us here.
They say the same thing. So it's up to you to know that, okay, this I am busy is a genuine busy. Or it's not I am busy with another woman.
Yeah.
You see that thing?
So
there was a situation, if the person moves to this particular, okay, I'm going to work here. If the person moves there, or let's say you say, I'm going home. If the person moves there, the communication between the two of you is different. Then you know that something is up.
It's up.
If it is strictly work, that one you know. If not to, then you should start conditioning your mind so that you don't put yourself entirely into it. The way the person will react to certain questions that you say, even the way the person accepts you. We all have faults. So let's say if that one thing is something about you, the person doesn't like it so much, but what come at it? Then you know that is shaky. Because people go into relationships with different mindsets and purpose. Some people just want to date. Some people also want to date to marry. So me, yeah, my colleagues, they told me that, like the kind of mindset I have in this,
Yeah.
like modern era, yeah, they
doesn't work like that.
80s.
But it will work. It will work for you.
Yeah,
Trust me,
so
you are-
it's up to you, you know, to know what you want and go for it, because definitely there is something out there.
I have something to ask. Since you are ladies,
Uh-huh.
I've heard them say that women love to be deceived.
It's true.
I think this is true, but it's not 100%.
Entirely true.
That is it. It's not 100% true.
Women love to be deceived.
There are women, majority of that wants to be deceived. If you want to put yourself in the minority, they pick you out and they treat you in a particular way. Have you realized
Yes,
that?
and then I think one thing with we like to be deceived is it's our nature. Because so I want to see this man, like I want to see my man out there doing this achievements. Be like he should be somebody I can flaunt and be like, yes, I have the best person.
Yet he is not
So-
the best.
Pretend that
Yes. So the problem is the way we feel. We shouldn't let the feelings. The fact that you want to see your man out, that doesn't mean what if the person is not true.
I not even with that section. I think it's all part. But you see a very wonderful woman who has been heartbroken by this man.
Heartbroken. Akumana bubu.
King. And it will surprise you that the friend of that lady can go out with the same man.
Who broke the friend's heart?
And
Yeah.
they have this feeling that, oh,
Maybe onye
maybe
misa.
Onye
she'll
misa.
treat me different. So sometimes you wonder
So it is
whether they went with the brains as we're talking
yes,
about.
there's a feeling. It's a feeling thing.
Yeah.
That comes. Either
You
the
see
woman
that
has
this
a
guy-
different agenda.
In fact, if I don't come in, the love doctor wants to come in. And yes, sir, and there, sir, a same way. You better you hear that. Now, part 2, and trust me, we'll make sure we finish it, king to king, before we leave you. Quickly, we want to take a quick commercial break again. When we come back, we have some few questions, and then we have a package for you. So, our wonderful viewers, kindly stick with us. Let's take a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
It's a masterpiece. We are bringing you different shades of artists who are leaving their footprints in the sands of time, creating hope with their paint brushes, inciting peace with their melodies, and transforming hearts with their words. Let us get to know them, the inspiration behind why they do what they do. So catch us live on Streamhouse TV every Friday at 5 p.m. as we discover and unveil creativity right here at Great Hub. I stay tuned.
You do know your favorite sports personalities on the pitch, but how well do you know them off the pitch? We bring you their stories, their lifestyle off the pitch.
We discuss the games as and when they happen. We discuss the fun parts of the game hidden from the lens of the media that we never get to hear, and give an in-depth analysis as to how the things that happen.
You will come your way with everything sports, including the entertainment aspect of it. Expect nothing but the best of analysis from my guests on every Friday from 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. on Streamhouse GH on Facebook. Make dates with us. I am your host, Sadiq Abdul Latif.
The world is on a siege. Economies and businesses are on the verge of collapse. Even churches are on break throughout the nations, countries, and cities. But there is still hope for your business and church. Streamhouse is giving a special package for pastors, businesses, and churches. Yes, come to our studios and a click. Get hooked again to your customers or congregation, and even other people that knew you not or did not know what you do. For Trust and Talking, will stream up to 10 people of your church to your own Facebook and YouTube page. Do not let your church break down by the time this coronavirus will be over. Long live Ghana, long live Streamhouse, and long live your business.
this is the Love Life Show, and I am DELALORM. I love to remind you of my name because some people pronounce it, and they, in fact, the way they pronounce it to me, I just get angry, but I just tolerate them. It is DELALORM, okay? And I am the Love Doctor. I have in the studio with me my two wonderful guests. Pastor PK, we want to avoid being surprised negatively. Sometimes the surprise packages are good, but other times, this time, we want to avoid being surprised in the negative. Offers when a bride you call out, and a lady when they call out. What the one will be a catcher or say, and a bride when a necessary winner or your wedding. Wakuma Joshim, one day I'll be trashy. Sister, we want to avoid these kind of surprises. How do we cushion ourselves so that we don't get being surprised in such manners? Please help us.
Well, I think it's equally as in the other question you ask, if I get it right. But don't be so desperate. You know, it gets to a certain point when a woman is so desperate because of the age. Because of the age. So, if age is catching up, you don't need to be desperate, because if you are so desperate, then the colors will change for you. As I said, the signs will be there, but you wouldn't know. But also put yourself in a position where you think that this man is ready to carry me to the altar before you get so much carried away. Most of the times, the reason why broken heart comes in is that the woman has invested a lot in the man. You get it. So, he's not your husband yet, and she's not your wife yet. Don't assume the role of a husband, and don't assume the role of a wife. So, we are going out, and the mother is sick, they call, mama is sick, you send money, the brother is going to school, you send money, you sponsor, and I mean, even when it gets to the can say, go to your boyfriend, you go and you carry things. So, you are getting too much involved. Before he puts the ring, or before you take that lady, it's on the peripheral. Courtship is simply because we want to understand ourselves. I want to know you. I want to know what you can offer in the real marriage. Sure. So it's like we are going to start a 100-meter race. We are doing warm-up.
I see.
So this one goes, so we are understanding each other. I'm checking whether the boots are okay, the tracks are okay. But I shouldn't get so heated and run the race before it starts. I see. You get it. Because human beings, you can't really predict. So if you really want to say, I want to be so certain that this man is not going to disappoint me, sometimes the one that you least expect will disappoint you.
And that is where broken heart
comes in.
Yeah.
But so a guy may just come, look unassuming, and says, I want to marry you. And it's well said, it's well prepared. You'll be surprised that the person would marry you than the one who is around always all the time and with sweet words and all that.
Oh no, so I'm trying to walk on
play a rough.
A bit or side chick been or house. I actually what's it? So thank you, Pastor PK. I love this. In fact, this is a very sensitive question, and I love how he tackled it, because a lot of people have fallen victim for this, and people are in the psychiatric hospital. A lot are on the street because of this issue. Or say or worry. Hey. And kwaya wa baba no mu nyina Charlie yeah. Sweetie, I pray it never happens to any of us here. Okay. And my emotional okay, quickly, please, what is your perfect man? Who is the perfect man to marry?
Is it my personal question? Or?
No. You are speaking for women, please.
For
women.
For women, like I put myself in the shoes of a woman. I think you should choose. Okay, you should have in mind a man who sees you for who you are, not any other thing.
Okay.
Because, as I said, all the funny feelings go down. But who are you after this whole thing? After all the fancy stuff, after what people see out there, who are you when it comes to us? Like you and the man alone. Like, who are you? If the man is able to accept you that way, that maybe me, when I'm in my element and I want to write
in
poetry.
my element.
No disturbance. If I want to, sometimes I feel this way. Like, do you accept me? That is for me. And I don't know, I can't speak for everybody, but I think that is the best thing that we should look for. Somebody who sees you
for who you
for
are.
who you are.
Yeah.
That way the person loves you with all the flaws that will come up. But if you try to look for the looks and those things, those people who look like that way might also have something that they are looking out for. So sometimes it's not mostly about the physical attraction is important, but there are more important things to look out for. I don't know, but I believe that if you find the person with a purpose, a vision, somebody who fears God, like somebody who has a sound mind and knows how to treat a woman well, that is where you should channel your love. I feel like love can be channeled. Like, you don't just wake up and then feeling for, like, the guy is nice. I like you, women.
No, you
we
don't
can do
necessarily go for 6 packs.
No. 6 packs for community.
But 6 packs is I feel.
That is the problem.
I love something. She said something.
Because they have different. On the purpose. No 6 packs.
Or dressing
for. I know.
On Shema,
if somebody like you know Osho will see with you, like they will see you know that this person is a responsible person who wants to settle.
Stingy now, that's all kind of because
stingy. As for the piano, like the paying for you, like it happens. It happens, and then it is like it goes and comes. It's like it is one way. We are like I just want to be real. I think that's the fact that women, that is how women are. Like sometimes we want to see that thing.
No, please let me come in. Let the doctor. In fact, when we are in critical situations
like the apple situation,
doctor comes in, and when I come in, you know that I'm going to settle the case. Yes, 6 packs of phone. And you're munina me pacho ebi tuyapa. And you no, this is a term we've coined for a situation, which isn't actually a bad situation.
There is more to it.
We mean that. Yes, we mean that. A nipa or fanipa home, someone who cares, who is tolerating. But most of these people, I mean, on the scale of what do you call 3:10, if I'm right. Sanko for no do na. In fact, or spend this at the muzzle up. Na or the aqua na dear. And see,
and like
also was this aside that, let me quickly take this question too, because also for us all we can Michelle. So who is the perfect man or woman to marry?
The 6 packs guy. I think it's a serious question. She rightly put it. For me, who is a perfect man? Who is a perfect woman? If I'm taking it for the guys, who is a perfect woman? There's no one perfect. Jesus says that be ye perfect, even as my heavenly Father is perfect. That means that you are not perfect. So we are striving to be perfect.
Achieve,
So if you are looking for a perfect person who has everything, you may have your checkpoint and all that, but you must look for a woman who is submissive, a woman who is respectful.
Very important.
Women, submit yourself unto your own husbands, even as unto the Lord.
Sure.
For the man is the head of the family. If you take any woman who doesn't respect home, you are going to have a problem. It's not about her looks. It's not about sex. Men are not looking for sex. Men are looking for respect, because respect means love to men.
I see.
But that's
in the same way, don't object. In the same way,
I'm not objecting.
Men are supposed to love women, not sex. It's a reward of
for their
what
submission.
happens, the submission and the love, the affection, the care, the listen. Women are looking for companionship, somebody who will be their friend, and all that. But most importantly, a woman who bears your weakness. I am drawn by my strength. You are drawn to me by my strength. What I have, what I'm good at. So I'm also drawn to you. But if I'm looking at Menaye, what can she offer? But when I come closer, what can she offer? I thought she was this, but when I got closer, she was any man who can bear those weaknesses. It's a perfect man, because everybody admires the way you smile. Everybody admires your outlook. She's wonderful. But what about those weaknesses?
Yeah.
So me, I'm thinking your Mr. Right should be the man who knows your weakness. She knows that, well, she's all that good, but she has a quick temper.
Sure.
How do we deal
with it? Yeah.
She's very generous, or he's very generous.
Yeah.
But when it comes to taking women out, he's not good with that. Everybody has his weakness. So I want you to bear my weakness. If you're able to bear my weakness, I know that this woman can help me.
I see. So that is the perfect woman or man to marry.
Including everything we have said.
Yeah,
Wow,
it's the same thing
that
as
is
like the person who sees you for who you are.
Sure. So I told you, my aspects, I really appreciate you. On this note, we're taking a quick commercial break. When we come back, I have a mega package. The package is really heavy. Please stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Economies and businesses are on the verge of collapse. Even churches are on break throughout the nations, countries, and cities. But there is still hope for your business and church. Streamhouse is giving a special package for pastors, businesses, and churches. Yes, come to our studios and get hooked again to your customers or congregation, and even other people that knew you not or did not know what you do. For Trust Networking will stream up to 10 people of your church to your own Facebook and YouTube page. Do not let your church break down by the time this coronavirus will be over. Long live Ghana, long live Streamhouse, and long live your business.
If you catch a cold, then you find love. Do you have worries about whether you would ever find that special love you deserve and you see? Have you challenges of any sort about love and relationship matters? Join your love and relationship experts and myself, the Love Doctor, as we sit round the table of love to dissect the nitties and gritties of love. Right here, be it the good, the bad, and the ugly, live this and every Friday, 7 to 8 p.m. on Streamhouse TV, YouTube, and on Streamhouse GH, Facebook. The Love Life Show with DELALORM. It is what it is, and it is purely love.
Welcome back to the Love Life Show. I told you I have a package for you, and unveiling my package is on the line. I have Dr. Austin Lugutera. Dr. Austin Lugutera is a lecturer by profession. He lectures at the University of Ghana, Legon. He also lectures at the University of Winneba Education and at the Technical University, Kumasi Technical University. He is a father, has been married over 20 years. That is worth, the credit. And we're going to talk to him about some few, apport that we need to grab. Hello, doctor, please, can you hear us? Doctor is on the line.
Yes, I can hear you, I guess so. Yeah.
Doctor, good evening. Hello, good evening, doctor.
Hello?
Yes, doctor, good evening.
No, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Please, you are welcome to the Love Life Show.
Thank you so much, and thank you to your listeners too.
Okay. Doctor, we thank you for picking our call this evening. We want to grab some support, the up and coming. And we want to know, because you are married, please, could you help us, tell us about your personal experience? Where did you first meet your sweet, sweet, sweetheart that you are with now, today? Where did you first... That is a funny question, actually, but I want us to grab some rapport along the years. So please, where did you meet Bonnie?
Yeah, I met my wife in school.
Ooh, school?
Yes, I was in the final year when she came as the first year in the university.
I see.
So I was in the classroom with friends. Mm-hmm. Apparently, there comes a time in everybody's life where you think of making some changes in your life. But prior to that, I was involved with a lot of relationships, not committed relationships.
Oh, doctor.
So the time, apparently, I always tell my wife she was lucky the time I met her. Oh. Because it happened that I met a friend, an older man, who asked me a few questions. He asked me at that time how old I was. So I was hesitant. Then he asked me a question. How old would your first child be when you go on retirement? Wow. You get that? So that struck me seriously. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So from that time on, I was not thinking about, okay, this is big something. Let me start thinking about getting somebody I can settle with. So within that same month, that period, I started dropping all the ladies I used to have. Wow. Like that. So by the time I met my wife now, I was absolutely single. I see. So I was sitting in the classroom, and she came and passed. They were going to do some registration first years. Wow. They came and passed. Meanwhile, lecture was going on. So I told my friend, I said, can I talk to this girl? Wow. Then my friend said, I should concentrate in the classroom and forget about those things. I said, okay. Then we left it like that. Then after lectures, I was not thinking about, I saw this girl I wanted to talk to, but I didn't have the chance. I went back to campus, to the hostel. I was there. Then a week later, one of my very good friends told me that I shall accompany him to a ladies' block. He was going to say hello to his sister. So I said, okay, let's go. So I said, your real sister? That no, is just a newfound sister. So we only walked there and looked.
Oh, sorry, we lost Doctor, but we're trying to get him on back on the phone. And whilst we do that, we want to go to Pastor. Pastor, please, on the basis of everything we've talked about this evening, what is your advice to the unmarried? Because you are married, okay? You've been in marriage for some years now. Please, what is your advice to our viewers out there?
Start praying. I say start praying.
I see.
It's a journey. It's a journey. Marriage is a journey, not meant to return. There's not supposed to be divorce in actual sense. And I believe that every man is made for one woman and every woman is made for one man. But as you sit here, it's not a prophecy. Your husband, ideal husband, right now may be in North Korea.
I see. Hey. Okay, I'll see your prophecy.
Let me bring it home. The person may be in Takrady, moving around, doing other things.
I see.
How do you meet? You see, how do you meet? There has to be a meeting point. Something must connect. Something. I have experiences where somebody is in Germany. And
okay, sorry for cutting you in. Doctor is back on the line. Hello, doctor.
Yes.
Sorry, we lost you, but glory to Jesus, you are back. Please, so you were talking, you got to where you got to the hostel with your friend. Lo and behold, please take it from there.
Yes, this lady was there.
Wow.
And I asked my friend, where do you know her? That, just a newfound friend.
Wow.
So I pulled my friend aside and told him that this was the lady I've been talking about.
I see. He's trying to go before.
Gosh.
So my friend said, how? I said, yeah, but I remember in the class I told her I wanted to talk. She said, yeah. I said, this is the lady.
I see.
The how? So, okay, fine. So since, so the normal boys talk was there.
Wow.
So we left. So when we left, the following day, I went back to the hostel, the lady's hostel, and just told her plain that I wanted to marry her.
Hey, doctor, that was a very courageous one.
Crazy, because
I
typically, that's something I always want to advise people that, you see, it takes commitment and a lot of luck to meet somebody. It's not about, sometimes, like, I call it luck because, like, do some prayers and something happens. You can't describe that thing.
Yeah.
So from that time on, I started moving out with her, just not talking, but she was that stubborn.
Dr. Mommy is listening.
No, I call it story because she had heard a lot of stories about me.
Oh, okay.
That I was a player, I was this, or this guy is a ladies' man, and the rest. So I told her plainly, yes, that's it. So you imagine that you have a bad record, and you are meeting somebody this time you want to settle. This time the person won't believe you.
Sure.
Good. So I had to now think, okay, the onus lies on me to prove myself.
Prove yourself. Wow.
Good. So all I could do was, okay, fine. For now, let's keep on dating. I'll let you know everything about me. I won't hide anything. So within the first 2-3 months, I said, okay, let's go to my house. We went to the house. I went to my dad and told my dad, this is my good friend I'm moving with. And I got to my mom, I told my mom, this is the guy I'm moving with. Then they knew. So from there, I started knowing her. I moved to her house. We dated for 2.5 years.
I see.
Yes, 2.5 years. We dated for two. Yes, we dated for 2.5 years.
That is
then finally married.
Sorry for cutting you, but that is a beautiful. There is a story which I will come to your office and take a whole shot. About this whole thing. But I don't want my viewers to have that portion now. I want to keep them in suspense. And so please, I want you to tell us just one thing that physically attracted her to you. What was it physically? You saw this thing in her and you were like, this is what I'm looking for. I'm not going back. What was that thing?
You know what, Pat? There are certain things about people you can see, which is not written all over. It's just what we call the inner beauty.
Okay.
Yeah, you can see somebody, the way she talks, you can see inner beauty in her.
I see.
You can have somebody, physically she's not so beautiful, but she has that inner beauty.
Sure.
You can also get somebody who is so beautiful and also still has that inner beauty.
Sure.
Good. So this inner beauty is something that the person can get through grooming, through how the person was brought up. How the person talks to somebody. You can see it. And when you see, it's not that kind of rough behavior, it's not that type of halachic type of behavior and the rest. This is a beautiful lady I saw, and I saw that inner beauty in her. Yeah, the way she was talking to her friends.
Oh, doctor, we've lost, doctor, who is sitting on our line? Please get up, please. Quickly, we're wrapping up. But we'll try and get doctor back. God willing, next week we're doing the part 2 of this topic. Catching my Mr. or Miss Right, maintaining till death do us part. And so, okay, thanks very much. And thank you very much for sticking and staying with us. Remember, this is the Love Live Show, and we've been on Stream House TV, on YouTube, and on Facebook. We are Stream House G8. Subscribe to our channel, like us and share. Keep sharing. And please remember, we are in the COVID era. When you are stepping out of your house, your home, kindly put on your security guards. Your mask must be on. Have some sanitizer in your bag. Thanks very much for staying with us. It's been a wonderful time with you. Have a good night. Shalom.